I hope you all are fine. Today I'm going to continue the lesson that is editing a worksheet. Now previously we learned about what is editing, how can we select a cell, particular cell, or how can we edit the data partially or edit the entire data, how can we select connecting cells, a range of connecting cells, or how can we select non-connecting cells. Now today we are going to proceed with the rest of the chapter. So our next topic is the undo and the redo action. Now what is the undo action? Suppose you had made some modifications in your worksheet. Now you want to get back the previous data, not the one you want to remove that modification and get back the previous data. So what will you do? That is the time you will use the undo option. For example, suppose in cell A3 I had the text written Ruchika, and now later on I modified it and I had written Khanna. But I want now, after doing the modification, I want the previous data. That means I want the data that was only Ruchika. The previous data was only Ruchika. Now I want to get back that data. I don't want the word Khanna. So how will we get back this? Just by using the undo action. Now the symbol of undo action is the backward arrow, and the symbol of the redo action is the forward arrow. So this is the redo action and this is the undo action. So in this case, to get back the data that you have entered before modification, for this we need the undo action. So undo action helps us to get back the previous data before the modification. So if you do undo option, if you click on this undo option, then you will see you will get back your previous data. So the previous data we had was Ruchika. So we will get back our previous data. So that is the undo option. Now redo option, when do we use it? When we want to get back the last undo action. That is the redo action. Now what are the shortcut keys for undo and redo? Now from your keyboard you can use the shortcut keys for undo and redo. That is, for undo we have the shortcut key for undo is Ctrl plus Z, and for redo it is Ctrl plus Y. So these are the shortcut keys for undo and redo. Okay, our next topic is how can we delete a particular cell or anything that is inside any text that is written inside the cell. So first thing, what will you do? As I told you earlier, you have to select the text. So you select the text and then you can do the further editings. So you select the text. Suppose this cell, I want the text I want to delete the text Ruchika. So we will first select this text, and then from your keyboard you can use the backspace key or the delete key, and you can delete this particular text. Now next we come is, the next topic is how can we insert cell, or how can we insert a row, or how can we insert a column. Now to insert a row or a cell or a column, we have many steps to it. So we have to follow those steps. Now first thing, how can you insert a cell? Now you first have to select the cell where you want to insert that cell. Now after selecting, you have the home tab option. So in that home tab, you have to go to the home tab option. You have the home tab option right on top. Now in that home tab option, you have the cells group. Now in that cells group, you have to click on that cells group and you will see the insert option. So you click on home tab and in home tab you have the insert option in the cells group. Now in that insert option you will get a drop down menu. A drop down menu appears and over there you have the option shift cells right and shift cells down. So whichever option you want, you can click on that option. After you clicking on that, you can just click on the OK button and you will see a new cell has been inserted in your worksheet. Either it will be inserted downwards or towards the right. Now to insert a row, you have to remember that a new row always gets inserted above the selected row. Like in case suppose you have selected row 6. You have selected row 6. Now you want to insert a new row. So the row that you have selected, suppose you have selected row 6. So where will the new row get inserted? The new row will get inserted just above the row 6. So you will get a new row just above the row 6. So a new row always gets inserted above the selected row. Now what are the steps for selecting that or inserting that new row? Same thing, you select the row where you want the new row to be inserted, that particular row you select and then click on the home tab. Again in the home tab you have the cells group. Over there you have the insert option. Now in that insert option you click on that, a drop down you will see a drop down menu appears and over there you have the option insert sheet rows. So when you insert sheet rows, what happens? A new row gets inserted just above the selected row. Now inserting new columns. So inserting new column also, it is the same procedure, the same steps you have to follow. That is, click on the home tab and then the insert option you click on from the cells group. There again you have the drop down menu. A drop down menu appears and then you have the option insert sheet column. So when you insert, the column gets inserted. Now over here in row we learned that whichever row you select, the new row gets inserted above the selected row. Now in case of column, where will the new column get inserted? The new column will just get inserted to the left side of the selected column. Now suppose you have selected column F. Now you want to insert the new column. So you have selected column F. So where will your new column get inserted? Towards the left of the selected column. So it will get inserted towards the left of the inserted column. So this is the place where your new column gets inserted. So students, I hope you have understood the process of inserting new columns and new rows and how to delete a particular text or content in a cell. So the next day we will continue with the rest of the chapter. Stay safe. Thank you.